Kia ora te whānau, hoki mai anō, welcome back to another video with me, Claudia. I know it's been a while since the last video, but like a lot of you, I've been really busy travelling ā-ahurea for mahi and focusing on my whānau, spending quality time with them. But I'm back and bringing today's kaupapa to you, which is he Haumarutanga ā-ahurea mau anō, looking after your cultural safety. A whakatauki that comes to mind for me is ahakoa ngā ua kia toa, kia kaha, kia manawa nui. When you find things in life are difficult, be strong, stand tall, and be great of heart. And those are three key elements to my cultural safety, is making sure I'm strong, standing tall, and having that heart representation from my ancestors. So I wanted to share with you today my whakaaro across what is cultural safety, what does it mean, why is it important, and what can I actually do to look after my own cultural safety. So cultural safety is a concept that originally was developed by Māori nurses here in Aotearoa that focused on individual attitudes and personal cultural mindsets that the nurses brought into their practice that influenced how they related to their patients. It was then Dr. Irihāpeti Ramsden from Ngāi Tahu, Rangitane, an educationalist, that sort of Māori interpretation of that term, and the reference was made to kawa whakaruru hou, a term that is used to express cultural safety. So cultural safety is actually shared respect, meaning and knowledge about cultures, sharing that with other people, the experience of learning together with dignity and truly listening. It's also about strategic and institutional reform to look at removing barriers so that we can have optimal and equitable outcomes for different people and different groups, such as tangata whenua, Pasifika people, communities of colour. This includes addressing things like unconscious bias, which we hear bantered around all the time, but is very important, racism and discrimination, and importantly, the ability to support self-determination. We want people to feel that they are in their natural, safe environment as much as possible. Their language is present, their customs are present, their way of life. We want that for everybody, that their safe space goes with them and is provided for them. And that's where their cultural needs are met, respected, that they can be themselves, openly share their stories without judgment, and where they feel empowered to take a more active role in their own journey. So what we need to do is make sure that we can share with other people how to examine our attitudes, our biases, and consider how these impact the experiences and outcomes for people who want to engage with us. So why is cultural safety important? It's more than just being aware of other cultures and respecting all people. It's actually about creating a workplace or spaces where everyone can examine our own cultural identities and attitudes, be open-minded and flexible in our attitudes towards people from cultures other than our own. It focuses on each person for who they are, provides a safe space for them to be involved in decision-making processes for themselves and contributing to the achievement of positive outcomes and experiences. I think what's most important to me is that it actually uplifts my mana motuhake, my self-determination, so that I have full ability to decide for myself my path in life through self-resilience, self-reliance, self-respect, my freedom to think, act, and do things in a way that is according to my cultural identity that grows me as an individual, which then leads to the powerful contribution that I can have back into my collective, my whānau, my hapu, my iwi. So how can I look after my own cultural safety? Making sure you have cultural safety as you enter a space is critical for your identity. I know it is for me, and as a wahine Māori, I can speak to my own experiences, and hopefully that might shed a little light on a few things that you can do for yourself. When I work somewhere, I'm looking for them to be able to support and enable cultural safety with and for me, so I can feel respected and valued in my cultural identity, that my voice is equal to others, where processes and policies support me in my mana motuhake, and where I can offer feedback to grow others in this space. talk to others about your cultural safety. I get a lot of support from my whānau and friends who know me well and understand where I'm coming from. And I get to talk to them about the things that are most important to me in these spaces. What uplifts my mana motuhake? What could change or be different? What would enable and empower me? Share with others too, more about your culture, build their awareness. So, what are the next steps for you? Reach out to your network, your whānau, your work colleagues. Start having this kōrero around cultural safety. Share your whakaaro and learn from others what's worked and keep yourself culturally safe. I hope that was helpful. Again, any feedback or pātai, don't hesitate to get in touch with the team. Have a good rest of the week, and I'll see you in the next video. Ka kite aku nei.